Hello everybody, my name is Winston Clapper. I am the chairman and founder of the Cruise Ship Technical Historical Association, or CSTHA. And I just kind of wanted to explain a little bit of our mission. I know I had posted a few short videos back in the end of last year, and I just wanted to get a little bit more into the specifics of our organization. Very large amount of information is available on our website, CSTHA.org. Um, However, I just wanted to kind of elaborate on that, to refine it, and to put a face to all the information that you will see here. I do intend to do more videos in the future, more longer videos with perhaps detailed information as I'm able to, and uh, I think I might have the ability to do, have more time in my schedule and be able to fit in more of these. So I definitely look forward to that, and I look forward to seeing all of you viewing the videos, because that is, of course, what keeps everyone going. So I created this organization in the summer of 2021. I have always been interested in ships, passenger ships, ocean liners, cruise ships, and I've been on 4 cruises now in 2006, 2008, 2009, and 2022. I hope to go on more in the future. Scheduling just has not worked out quite yet. Um, so I had, I have a fascination, of course, with the blueprints and the drawings, and wanting sort of that, the perfect state of the record of each ship to be listed and preserved, sort of, if that makes sense. And so for ocean liners, it's sometimes very, very difficult to get plans. Either they don't exist, they're blurry, they were destroyed, uh, discarded, nobody knows where they are, or they're very expensive. And I did not want that to be the case. I wanted to set out to preserve the original blueprints and manuals and the CAD structural and system models, and other related technical documentation for the ships. Now, while the ships are still in service, while there are people here who are on these ships every day, while the physical body of the ship is still here, still sailing, I wanted to start and preserve, because most of the cruise ships that have been built are still in service. There have been some of the older ones which have been retired, mostly due to COVID, in 2020 and 2021. However, most of these ships are still around. Um, and and the ones that aren't, thankfully, I've already been able to secure a lot of the plans to add to the collection, which will be made available online for public use after each ship of a specific type is out of service. And so I think it's important to have this historic preservation, and knowing that there are things such as the Cunard Archive in universities, and archives such as that, existing around the United Kingdom and Europe, and the eastern coast of the United States has, I believe, 2 or 3 different museums which house records. Um, However, I have recently learned, more recently than the founding of the organization, that very few industry organizations in the cruise industry actually focus on maintaining records. Lloyd's obviously does a great job. They have quite a few of theirs online. They are a classification society, one of the major ones for cruise ships, others being Det Norske Veritas, Bureau Veritas, um, Registro Italiane Navale, and so just it's but the majority of them don't. The majority of these organizations, cruise lines and such, do not preserve their documents. Shipyards, I have found, for the most part, do. Um, which is a relief, thank goodness. However, a lot of ships are, repaired, changed, altered during the course of their careers. Shipyards do not maintain that, obviously. Their start of the vessel is, when the order is placed, and the end for them is the delivery of the ship. And so that's the timeline. They don't have the concepts before that, and they don't have any career changes that were made. So Fincantieri 5941 is a good example. That ship was completed by Fincantieri in 1996 as Carnival Destiny. In 2013, she was refitted by Navantia Cadiz. I have yet to be able to understand if Navantia specifically has a archive like the one that I know Fincantieri does, the Fincantieri Foundation, founded in 2008. So what happens is Fincantieri has plans for the ship as built. They do not have plans for the ship as she was altered in 2013, and that is why we need other industry organizations to partner with us and to provide the old copies. When something's updated, send us the now outdated version instead of discarding it, and we will be able to maintain that record for posterity so that future generations do not have to struggle, so that future generations have this wealth of data available to them for free online. That is a key point for me. I want to make sure that it remains free of charge for everyone, because these are not the kind of information which should be profited off of. That kind of discourages people from wanting to learn more about the ships. I want people to just dive in and be able to find all this information. And I'm working on adding ocean liner plans also to my website. And for the older cruise ships, they'll be added to the ship profiles at the very bottom if you scroll down under the fleet list segment of the website. So there are 3 segments to that: cruise ships, ocean liners, and ferries. They'll all be split up by operator. And then from there, there'll be, you'll have the different ships for that operator in alphabetical order. And you'll be able to go through and sort of understand, okay, here is, let me just pull up one of the profiles so that I can explain it a little bit better. And you'll be able to obviously understand this on the CSTHA website. Let's see here. What is one that we have done? We're still in the process of updating a lot of these. They are not quite yet done, unfortunately. We have been continuously adding information, and we try to add a little bit of information for each ship, and then we continue and go back and we add another segment, we add another segment, and we add another segment, so that the whole website is kind of being uniformly updated. Now I'm kind of making a little bit of a big push, but we'll have our key particulars: gross tonnage, net tonnage, displacement, designer, and the dimensions and the capacities of the ship in terms of passengers, crew, cabins. Then you'll have the yard data, the shipyard that it was built at, and the hull number at that shipyard. Some of these I have not been able to find a hull number, but then I just put the shipyard and I leave the rest blank. And then we have a timeline, which kind of starts at the very beginning of the design process, as early as I can find. For example, I have Anthem of the Seas pulled up. That's a recently updated profile. That's kind of the sample that I've been using for the rest of them, just because I was able to find a lot of information was provided to me, and so I was able to complete this first. And so here I have 2009 development work beginning on Project Sunshine, which is, of course, Quantum, Meyerwerf 697, but also applies here to Anthem, Meyerwerf 698. And I tried to do that duality as much as possible, because the design was really always intended for 2, maybe 3 ships. So I have it here for the first 2. And we scroll down, and the last thing we have is in 2016, she encountered heavy weather. We're only putting technically related things here, so that resulted in a failure of the port azipod and a significant damage on the starboard azipod. And so, of course, that relates to the technical outfitting of the ship. I don't know if any changes came about as a result of that. That's why having manuals for that ship and propulsion drawings for that ship for pre-2016 and post-2016 would be important to have. And then I have a set at the bottom of the deck plans. Obviously, the ship is still in service, so we have the publicly available deck plans released by Royal Caribbean in 2017. I don't have an updated set. I was not able to find one as a PDF online, so I wasn't able to upload an actual file to be embedded into the website there. So currently, we just have the 2017 ones. However, it still is going to give a basic idea of the layout of that ship. And we're planning on doing this for all of the ships. And so it's a massive project, and I've been pulling in people to help me. Currently, obviously, instead of, I manage the organization, but instead of managing all of it, I've sort of started to appoint friends to head divisions. So, we're working on finalizing people names to be in charge of the ocean liner division and the ferry division, while I kind of handle and tackle the cruise ship division. At least until I can get somebody trained up on that, which is going to be quite a while. There's a lot that goes into it, and a lot of it requires very extensive knowledge of these ships. The ability to look at a detailed photograph, an interior photograph, and mostly know what ship this is from, what era this is from, what line this is from. And to look at exterior photos, even partials, and know what ship class that is. And so stuff like that would be important because oftentimes when people come to us to submit documentation to the organization, at first they only will send a snippet of a plan. So you need to be able to understand, if they don't provide anything else, be able to find that ship in our database that we maintain, our archive, and to be able to see, is that the same drawing that we already have, or is that a new drawing? We try not to take too many duplicates. It just takes up a massive amount of space. We already have about 50 gigabytes of submitted documentation. And but of course, there's always room for growth. And I'm very excited about this. I do intend to put a lot of ocean liner plans up too. As many as I'm able to. I'm trying to work with partners who do have large collections of ocean liner plans, even organizations which sell ocean liner plans. If you do, or if you know anybody who does, please forward them to me. I would like to have a scan of that made, and it doesn't have to be released before it's sold on. It can still be a valuable resource to a collector. We would just like to have that so that we have the ability to release it, even if it's not put on the website right away. We would like to have that ability down the road to know that that's not stuck and lost in a private collection somewhere. I know that happens quite a bit with ocean liner plans, especially, and I really would like to avoid that from happening. We also have some other aspects of the website. I've added a reports section a while back. I know some people were having trouble viewing the actual report there, so I'm going to take the data and probably just add it to the website normally. The only current report we have is the Carnival Freedom Funnel Fire on 26th of May 2022. I completed that report on 29 May 2022. And so far, everyone I've talked to has concurred with the findings of the report. And I have received recently additional information on the corrosive effects of the scrubber system, which was not installed on Carnival Freedom as originally built, was a later addition. And how that corrosive effect could have led to my presumed cause for that. So a updated version will be likely just copied and pasted into the website, and well, that'll be that. I have a media center with links to our YouTube channel, obviously, where this is. It also has a link to the website, so you can copy and paste that, share it on, and also a link to our official Instagram at cruiseshiptha. And that is where I'm going to be posting some interesting little snippets, more of the short videos, and kind of trying to build a fan base there with the younger audience, because I mean a lot of the people that I have worked with are generally younger. I mean myself, I'm in my early 20s, early 20s, and I know a lot of the people that I've worked with are around the same age as myself. We've grown up with these ships, and we appreciate these ships. And of course, you know, there are people in other generations which appreciate these ships. They're generally people who have worked in the industry, um, or they end up appreciating the classic ocean liners that they remember from their childhood as well. And then I just have a little organizational history. I have listed out our management. Some of the people, obviously, we're not an organization that makes a profit. We're not an organization that makes money. We're not out for profit. Um, so several of our board members and our division leads, our vice presidents, have decided to have their names redacted from the website for privacy reasons. However, I still show what point they started working for us, and for myself and the other board members, what point our term ends, and we would have to be reappointed to that position. Because of course, you don't want an organization to be stagnant for any period of time. So I wanted to have that safeguard there, so that in any case, if I go off the rails and I lose track of where the organization should be headed based on where the cruise industry is, and based on kind of how the obtaining of the information is going, then I of course would like to be replaced by somebody who can do the job better, because this is not for me, this is for the historical preservation of the information, and that is the number one priority that we are going to have. And that pretty much sums up the website and our mission. We would appreciate any donations that can be received. We really grasping at the limited time that we have to actually manage this organization. It does take up a massive amount of time and energy, and so we would appreciate that. If anyone would like to sponsor one of our future videos, I will have a video series coming out on the start to finish design process of a cruise ship, as well as certain cruise ship and cruise line, sort of the evolutions of how Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, and the other lines have sort of developed their cruise ships over time. How has this line taken their old designs and kind of made them better, improved them, made them worse maybe? We don't know. We just have to kind of do that research, and I would like to do videos like that for all of the major lines down the road. And also for the shipyards, I would like to do a shipyard history and overview of their facilities. So just please, if you have a specific video idea or anything, let me know. If you would like to sponsor one of those, please email me. My email is on the website. Again, the website is CSTHA.org. I'm also going to drop that website and email down in the video description, so please be sure to check that out as well, and stay tuned for more.